Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about, do you need a science, medical or a clinical background to become a health and wellness coach? What do you think? Is that an answer yes or is it a no? So before I get to answering that question, I'll tell you a little bit more about who really health coaches are. Health coaches are behavior change experts who help people form holistic habits, sustainable habits around their nutrition, their exercise, or moving away from a sedentary lifestyle, smoking, quitting smoking, alcohol, sleeping better, getting more rest, relaxation, inviting fun and recreation in their life. They also work with individuals on their emotional, mental, social, spiritual, and occupational health. So, really, a holistic approach which is based on science and evidence based approaches. Now that you know that is what health coaches do, really help people form healthy habits and stay healthier longer, and have a focus in their life with proactive health, proactive wellness, and having better health outcomes. That's the core focus of a health and wellness coach. So do you still think they need a science background or a clinical background? The answer is a no. A person does not need a clinical certificate or a science certificate or a science background, does not need to come from a healthcare or a healthcare allied profession to become a successful health and wellness coach. Does it help? Sometimes it can really help for a doctor or a super specialist or people with specialization in specific areas to adopt a health and wellness coach, right? Because it helps them to connect better with their clients, help them to focus on lifestyle interventions in an area that they are not really trained on. For example, in the core curriculum, in the medical core curriculum, you're not one is not really trained on nutrition, one is not really trained on lifestyle, and one is definitely not trained on coaching psychology. And hence, doctors' primary role gets focused on prescribing and diagnosing disease, right? And maybe cure. So it's more of sick care management. It's more curative than preventive, and less of proactive wellness. The population in India today and world over is moving away from just preventive to proactive wellness. They don't want to get sick. They want to stay healthier as long as possible, and they want to take accountability for their own lives. So these are not all skill sets that are taught in a science degree, whether that was a nutrition degree or a pharma degree or a nursing degree or a doctor's degree. Therefore, coaching truly is an art and a science. It cannot be learned by reading a book. Right? One cannot become a successful health and wellness coach by reading a book, because a book provides you information but does not really teach you how to use that information in coaching people, in helping them make actionable steps towards changing their lives, right? Just like a surgeon cannot become a successful surgeon unless he has practiced surgery, right? So similarly with coaching, somebody can become a really great health and wellness coach, cannot become a really great health and wellness coach unless they have real world experience of coaching real clients, which happens in stimulations in a curriculum. So it's a level playing field for everybody, whether they've come from a clinical background, a healthcare background, or a science background, or from somebody who does not come from that background. When they come into the curriculum, when they're trying to acquire the skill set, it is pretty much same for everybody, because everybody's learning the science of behavior change. Everybody's learning, the science of the neuroscience of behavior change. Everybody's learning coaching principles, core fundamentals of coaching. They're understanding, how do I navigate people from illness to wellness while educating them, while creating a deeper set of awareness, while moving them towards this holistic 8-dimension wellness and training them towards wellness and well-being. There was a time when we were focusing predominantly on physical health and nutrition, exercise. The era has changed. COVID has changed that for all of us. Hence, there is a greater demand for health coaches who are actually trained on of these principles. What we're beginning to see in India, a lot of the health tech platforms also, while they may have doctors on the panel who are really experts, they're looking at coaches to drive engagement on their platform. They're using coaches to have a personal connect with their client, show empathy, compassion, unconditional positive regard, and and create a personalized program. So coaches are really trained on, if there are 10 people on diabetes, how do I really help people to unravel the root cause of the problem, right? Is that really just physical, or is diabetes because of social or economical stress they may be going through? So that brings me pretty much to the end of the topic, guys. You don't need a science, clinical, or a medical background to be a health and wellness coach, and I'm a big example of that myself. I became a health and wellness coach much later on in life, and I don't have a science and a clinical background to become one. And I'm running a successful enterprise, doing just what I love to do. What you really need is passion, you need resilience, you need staying power. You should have this desire that, yes, I want to help people make changes in their life, help them to transform, help them to take accountability and become the best versions of their life. So that passion, that drive, the fire in the belly to create a change in society is probably the biggest requirement for somebody who wants to become a health and wellness coach. Everything else can be taught and learned, but this is a profession that needs a lot of experiential learning. Book knowledge is not going to get you there. Thanks for listening, and I will see you again next time, again very, very soon. Bye bye now.